Buster. I'm me. Here we are. We are at Villa Acuña in Cuba. Villa Acuña International. And it's on the island of Cayo Largo del Sur. So anyway, pretty cool. This was one, we had completely forgot why we were coming here, because this is one of the 7 airports that were highly detailed in the World Update 16. And so, yeah, that's why we were coming to Cayo Largo del Sur. Villa Acuña. Guess that's how you pronounce it. So anyway, pretty cool. We had, if you saw the last one, we had exited early. We had vacated early off of Charlie for Apron 2, and there was nothing but some barbed wire fencing. So had we just gone a little bit further, we would have seen the detail. And thankfully, they've got gas. So yes, the fuel truck over here. So we were able to get fueled up. There's a nice little guy over here. There's a guy right here helping us up. So all good this morning in Cayo Largo, Villa Acuña. So anyway, see the Cuban flags going strong. Only ones out here. It's not highly publicized. I mean, when you look at the, they say 7 airports, but they really only list 6. So you have to do a little digging to find out, okay, what's the 7th airport? And this is it. So, cool place to come. We are flying across Cuba today to the northern Cuba, to some out islands called Las Brujas. So, we will be heading over there shortly. First, just wanted to get some pics. Take a couple pics here. Acuña, let's kind of get like there. Yep. All right. Well, anyway, guys, we are live streaming today, which is pretty cool. Yeah. No ATC right now, but that may change. We filed an IFR flight plan, so cruising at 1,000 feet. So let's do the weight and balance like we normally do. So we're able to get full fuel. So we got 110 gallons. That's me, that's Buster, that's the Liferaft. Not going to need that really today, but we have it. And then Buster's food. Yep. Couldn't restock on Buster's food, so 5 pounds less. So we're good. We're good. Hands off. Yep. Hands off. Do a quick pre-flight here. So we actually have a departure. We have an RNAV departure, the Varka 3. So we'll be on the Varka 3, transition into Varka, RNAV to Varka, RNAV to Varka. Then we'll cut across Cuba to Santa Clara, and then to our destination, Las Brujas, Cayo Las Brujas, Mike Uniform Bravo Romeo. And there we'll probably make a straight in for runway 09. Winds today, glad you asked, 120 at 6 right here at Cayo Largo. We have a few at 2,000 feet. We're 0.904 on the altimeter. QNH 1014. Looks a bit hazy out. Did not see that in the. Don't think I picked up on that in the weather. Yeah, I marked it down a tad to 9,000, so probably right. 9,000 meters. So. Probably right. So we'll see when we get up there. Quite a bit of haze. Departure time is in about 10 minutes. Yeah. So it is 10 a.m. local. And our IFR flight plan with Vatsim was 10:15. So let's get rolling. Let's get this show in the sky. Let's put a little show in the sky, Buster. Okay, seats. Well, first of all, let's close you up. All right. So, seats adjust and locked. Seatbelts fastened. Good job, Buster. Brakes are set. How are those circuit breakers? Circuit breakers are good, thanks to Buster. Landing gear lever is down. Avionics are off. Cowl flaps are open. Let's get the fuel selectors on. And let's get the carb heat, make sure it's off. Turn on the battery. We have 3 green, so we get the alternators on. Let's go ahead and flip open our shields while we're here. Let's go ahead and get the lane nav light on, recognition light on. Let's just verify everything's working. Do we have the fin strobe? Fin strobe is going. Nav lights are on. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get the left engine going, Buster. And let's go ahead and get the mixture rich. Props high. We're open a half. Fuel pump on. How many pumps today, Buster? 1. Okay. 1. Okay. Clear prop. You want to help out, Buster? Okay. To clear prop. Alright, we're green in the oil pressure. We have positive oil temp. Rising slightly. Good. Let's go ahead and pull back the RPM. We have a good left engine start. We're going to hit the left fuel pump. Is now off. Okay, let's go ahead and get the right mags on. Let's go ahead full rich. Props high. Open a half. Right fuel pump on. 1 prime, says Buster. Clear prop. Buster, you want to help? You're much louder than me. Okay. Alright, we are green in the oil pressure. We have positive oil temp. Let's pull things back. We have a good right engine start. Let's hit the fuel pump. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get our radios on. Let's get 1.5 active in the box here. Let's go ahead and get our flight plan. I'm not getting any. Okay. 0, 0, 0. Good there. Let's go ahead and get our flight planning going. Pretty simple on the flight plan. Zoom in so you guys can see what we're doing. Okay. Push. Roll. Calle. Largo. Where are we going? Las Brujas. 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 We have a departure today, kids. It's the Varka 3. Boom, runway 12. Let's enter. What's Zolpi? What is Zolpi? I did not see that. Let's just go, let's play along. We'll eliminate Zolpi because we're going to vacate the departure at Varka. Okay, that didn't work out so well. Departure. Varka. Runway 12. And transition, let's go Zopli. Let's load them. let's go ahead and clear out Zopley. Because our flight plan has it going to Varka, and then from Varka we're going to another location. Clear out. Yes. Okay, where am I? Yes. Uniform Victor Charlie. Turn. Uniform Victor Charlie. Santa Clara, Cuba, VOR. Okay, that should be good. Perfect. So on the departure, let's brief the departure really quick here. So on the departure, it's kind of microscopic. Let's expand it for a hot minute. Okay, so on the departure, it's an RNAV departure. However, we're going to track 123, 123 off the runway. It's probably runway heading, but we're going to track 123 to 1,500 feet. Once we get to 1,500 feet, we will make a left and go direct to Varka. So we'll punch direct Varka once we get to 1,500 feet. And away we go. That's how we do that. Pretty simple. Transition altitude is 3,000, so we will go standard pressure at 3,000 feet. We're almost standard right now at 0.94. So we'll just dial it down to 0.92 once we get to 3,000 feet. Don't let me forget, Buster, because I probably will. Okay. Here we go. We are now briefed on the departure. The taxi out. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. We're just going to go ahead and go to Alpha. Yeah, we'll just depart from Alpha. Midfield, or the Alpha intersection, not midfield. We got plenty of room. Any questions, Buster? Okay, pre-flight is done. Oh, by the way, let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and put. Varga. Yeah, we do. What is the point? Okay, 025 is the radial coming off of Cayo Largo VOR. So let's go ahead and set that into the backup. 025. Okay, that's the radial we want. Coming off of that, let's go ahead and put in. Let's go ahead and put in Santa Clara 117.2. Let's get this to Unicom first. the autopilot on. 1, 2, 3.
So we're going to go by the, let's go by the,
Okay, parking brake is set. Cowl flaps are indeed open. Fuel selectors on. Mixture rich. Props high. Let's go ahead and get us going to 15 Buster. Okay, let's go ahead and feather the left prop. Feather the right prop. Okay. Normal. Let's go ahead and advance to 2000. No more than 300 Buster. Let's do 3 rounds total. Get that oil in there. Lost track. I think this is the 3rd. Alright, let's see if the governor came to work today. Let's go ahead and drop him down to 18 Buster. Let's advance the throttle. Let's see the RPM spike and come back to 18. Spike and back to 18. Yes, sir. Governor came to work today. Let's advance the props full. Props are high. Let's go back to 2000. Let's test our mags. Start the left engine. Drop good. We don't want to see anything more than 175 or a differential of 50 between the two. So we were good there, so we're wrapping that up. Let's go right into the mag. Small drop. And right engine, right mag. Small drop. So we're good on the mags. Let's go ahead and hit the RV. Come on, Carenado. Okay, put it back. Left, neutral, right, neutral, down, neutral, back, neutral, right, rudder, neutral, left, rudder, neutral. We are golden on the flight controls. Let's go ahead and deflect. flight instruments, so we're good here. We've got our altimeter set. We've got our runway headings all set. We know what we want to do. We've got this set. We've got our radio set. We're all looking good. Transponder set. We have set to alt. We're good to go. Okay, let's do our takeoff checklist. Seatbelts, fasten fuel selectors on trim. Let's go ahead and trim slight up. Slight up. Flap set, mixture set, props are high, fuel pumps are now on. Time clock, we're a little bit late, but that's okay. We'll get there. Let's do the takeoff briefing. So here's what we got. So on the takeoff briefing, we're going to go ahead and rotate at 75. If anything happens prior to 75, we're going to cut the power, we're going to hit the brakes. Got that, Buster? Once we do rotate, we are going to have some runway left. And so we'll keep, we'll get positive rate, but we won't do the landing gear until we totally lose the runway. Once we lose the runway, we'll go ahead, because if we lose our engine, we're going right back down, and we'll put it down on the runway. But if we no longer have the runway and we have positive rate, we'll go ahead and hit the retract the landing gear. And then we're going to climb out at 90. And then once we get to 1,000, we're going to dial back manifold pressure at 25 and 25. We'll be flying out at track at 123. But we'll dial these things back, and then we'll climb out at 105. Once we get to 1,500, we'll go ahead and hit the nav, autopilot, and autopilot meaning nav, and then we'll go direct to Varka. Any questions, Buster? Alright, hearing none, we will proceed. Let's note the takeoff time once we get there. Largo traffic, Seminole 806 Alpha Mike is taking runway 12 for the Varka 3 RNAV departure, RNAV to Varka to the north. Cayo Largo. Alright, let's go ahead and get on our landing lights. Let's get our lights going here. Fuel pumps are on. Okay, let's note the clock. Alright, so it's kind of like 23-ish. 23-ish. There we go. Positive airspeed. 50. 70, 75, rotate. Ooh, we got a lot of runway left. Okay, positive rate. Still got runway. 9 more. Alright, landing gear up. Boy, it is hazy. Alright, we're nearing 1,000 feet. Let's dial back to 25. 25. Sloppy here. A little sloppy. Let's go direct. Let's go ahead and get on the autopilot. And let's go direct. Direct to Varka. There it is. Cayo Largo traffic, Seminole 6 Alpha Mike is climbing through 1,700 feet. Clear of runway 12. last call. It automatically took us, so we were good once we got into the nav. So now we're flying direct to Varga. Should be. Varga. There we go. Climbing up. Let's get a little steeper. Here we are. Not good visibility today. Alright, let's go ahead and do the, let's get the fuel pumps off. Let's go ahead and do the after takeoff checklist. So gear is up and firm. Flaps are up. Cruise climb 105. Now let's go ahead and increase our vertical speed to 1,500 feet. Throttle should be at 2.5. Prop should be at 2.5. Let's increase it just a tad. Fuel pumps are off. Check mixtures. We're full. Engine temps, we're looking really good here. Cowl flaps are still open. They will be. Alright, let's dial us back to 13 feet. Yep. So, just a note, we were off at 10:23 local. Let's just call it 25, so we can look at our flight plan and make things a little easier. We're at 4,000 feet, we're going to 11,000. 11,000. We're now at full throttle. We're at 5,000 feet, climbing at 1,000 foot per minute. We have 105 on the climb out, 25 and 25. Let's go ahead and kill the landing light. GPS and we need to get to Varga, bam, we'd intercept this radial. And that would take us to Varga. And then we'd have to go ahead and find the other. So you can see the radial 249. We would then intercept this radial. And we turn it into a bearing and go to Santa Clara. 7,000 feet and climbing. Going to 1,000. Ooh, I already forgot. Got to go to standard pressure at 3,000. Okay, standard pressure. We're now at standard pressure. Let's see if we can get an altimeter reading over Santa Clara. Alright, so we're 10 miles away to the north. Let's see where the nearest runways are. Going back is definitely the best route to go. Should anything happen. Alright, we're 2 minutes to Barca. 9,000 feet and climbing. Go ahead and lower our vertical speed to 900 foot per minute. Try to keep us in here. Lower our mixture a little bit. Of course, that's very controversial. Alright. Pilot operating handbook says full rich until climb, but I'm telling you, if we did that, things would not be pretty. Watch this. Let's go ahead and take our left. See that? You want to lean out as you go. We have full rich up right about now. Our engine power will suffer greatly just by reducing this as we're getting higher. You know, making it leaner just by leaning out the mixture as we're getting higher. It makes a huge difference on our climb out, our rates, everything. Alright, we're at 10,000. Let's go to 800. What's that, Buster? Is that my 1,000-foot warning? Video. 89 miles currently. You can see our needle swinging in. It should intercept right on Barca. Which, you know, we're about a dot off, so it's not bad. Alright, let's see, at Barca, should be making a right-hand turn. Just pull out our... That will be it for our RNAV departure, kids. Barca, we're supposed to be at 608 pounds, 622, so we're already 14 pounds to the good. Track, are we looking at 7.2? Oops, wrong way. Power set. Well, we got full throttle, so that's all we can do for each engine, so 20 gallons an hour. Remember, the thing holds 110. So you're talking, you got about 5 hours of fuel if you maintain this, right? And so, 1000. Everything is FT, 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 and it just drops off there, so you're at full throttle. And we've pretty much found the sweet spot. It's 2300 RPM, so we'll put the props back to 2300 RPM. There it is. Sweet spot, 2300 RPM. Now let's go ahead and lean it. So let's work on the left engine here. Let's find the peak. There's the peak and there's the drop, so let's go back to the peak. Good. Alright, let's focus on the right engine, leaning out the right engine. Let's see the increase. Let's see the peak, and then the drop. Let's go back to the peak. Alright, we're good there, so we are now fully leaned. Engine temps are looking good. They're very good, so let's go ahead and put the cow flaps. So we understand the engine temps, cow flaps. Up, landing light is off. Cruise checklist is complete. Alright, now we go around. Here's the coast of Cuba. Southern coast of Cuba. Look at that. That's more out. Beautiful morning. Alright. So, you asked about our fuel. Okay. Well, pretty simple. We got 358 extra pounds of fuel. So we have 2 hours worth of fuel extra on board. So fuel's not going to be an issue today. But let's go ahead. At Varca, we needed to be at 6:08. We were at 6:22. That was only 14 minutes into the flight. Let's see where we were. So remember, we took at 25 after, so we're about 13 minutes. We're already ahead of schedule. Did we pass Varca quite a while ago? About half an hour to our next point. Got an airport in front of us. Next waypoint, half an hour. Okay, here's one right in front of us. That VFR, 2,600 feet. Yep. Something happens, that's where we're going. Yep, right there. There it is. Probably this thing on Jay. Indicating 130, what's your ground speed? 160. What did the navigation think our ground speed would be? 171. Look at that. That's weird. 157, 158. So, we're pretty well bugged right in there. It's interesting because, yeah, here it is. One's basically coming out of the south at 09er. So we have a plus component. Not much though. Okay, what's our message? I bet you this has something to do with crazy VNAV profile. Profile, which we knew or not. But we might as well set that anyway. Let's do a little flight planning, kids, shall we? Alright, so we're going to Las Brujas. We know we're going into runway 9er, so let's go ahead and select the approaches. Perfect. We have such a big choice. We're going to go into the funnel. Just go rolling straight in. Add to rock. Perfect. When do we need to be? Wow, it's an RMP. Gee whiz. Look at all these RMPs here. And a little uncontrolled. Wow. Brujas? Las Brujas. Las Brujas. So Alper is 1,500 feet. At least. But we know, yeah, Alper 1,500 feet, hold it level. We'll likely get a LNAV VNAV. We're probably going to have it today. We're going to have full glide path and everything. We're probably going to have a decision altitude instead of a minimum descent altitude. You can see where this is the decision altitude, missed approach, and then missed approach. If we have the MDA, missed approach will be on the threshold. Missed approach, pretty simple. Climb on a track at 095 until 1,000 feet. Then turn left, direct to Bravo Romeo 510, and climb to flight level 040. I just can't get over that. So the transition altitude is 3,000. Okay. So once we get below 3,000, we'll turn the knob. We'll probably turn it to 0.904, but we'll see when we get closer. So here we go. We'll enter in Alper at 1,500. We'll remain level until we intercept the glide path. Probably 6.5 miles out, we will do gear down landing, performing a checklist. We'll start getting our aircraft configured prior to a glide path. Probably 7 miles. Let's do 7 miles. We'll do gear down and before landing checklist. Hopefully we'll have time to get at least 10 degrees of flaps, and then on our way down we'll hit another 25 degrees of flaps. And away we go. We need a 500 if we happen to just get LNAV. We need a 500 foot per minute descent rate, and our NDA will be 350, or descent altitude. Minimum descent altitude will be 350. But if we get LNAV, we'll go all the way down to 260. Not sure what the conditions are in Las Brujas. Just think the winds will generally be out of the east. Any questions, Buster? Okay. Go ahead and plug that in and get our VNAV profile set up. Okay, Buster. VNAV profile. First, let's select our approach. I don't want to select vectors because it's going to leave Alper off. What I can do is select either BR 500 or BR Bravo Romeo 501, and then I can delete that first one and make Alper our first one. So why don't we do that? Let's go ahead and just select, since we're coming in from the southeast, let's just select 501. In case something goes wonky. and let's load them. Push. Gotta delete. Yep, gotta delete that one. So we're gonna, and we're going 501. No, we're not gonna do 501. We're gonna delete 501. Good. So now we'll be going direct to Alper. That's what we want. Alper at 1,500 feet. So now we can set our VNAV. Turk? I don't really care. Perfect. See how we get Alper to show. Let's do a 500 descent. Perfect. Good. Descent 15 minutes. There we can see kind of when this hits 500, negative 500, that's when we begin. So that was interesting. So you think about the departure that we had. So the RNAV departure was built in. So we had the procedure. Let's talk about that. Let's debrief the departure. I think I could have done it maybe a little differently. So here we had this, the Varka 3, right? Let's go ahead and open that up. Let's clear out of this. So we had the Varka 3. What's interesting was, and so understand that this is a track, 1, 2, 3, not a heading. So we need to follow that track. If we had massive crosswinds coming in here, it's not good enough just to put it on heading mode and fly out, right guys? Right. So, and it's an RNAV. So I think what I could have done is when I got maybe 500 feet above, I could have hit the autopilot and hit nav. That would, I mean, we had the magenta line, and what, I don't know if we had the magenta line actually, but it was waiting for us to get to 1,500 feet, because that was the first waypoint, 1,500 feet, and then once we hit 1,500, then the magenta line lights up this nice little curve going to Varka. So the thought might be, okay, wait a minute, in order to maintain a track of 1, 2, 3, not just runway heading, I probably should have hit the autopilot earlier, hit nav. And then once we got to 1,500 feet, well, 1,000 feet, I'm doing everything I need to do with the power, you know, yada, yada, yada. You know, getting the aircraft configured for climb, climbing out of 1.5, hit 1,500 feet, bam, it makes its left-hand turn, and away we go. And that time I could get a vertical speed of maybe, you know, 1,000 feet per minute. And away we go. So I probably could have hit autopilot and nav sooner as I look at it, particularly on the RNAV approach. I definitely wanted to track out, not head. You know, I mean, if our clearance had been, obviously, you know, our clearance probably would have been to just fly the Varka 3 to Varka, or, you know, first, because they're not going to vector us. So, to RNAV to Varka, once we get to 1,500 feet. So, yeah, that's probably what we could have done. What we did was we waited 1,500 feet. Then, funkily, I tried to get it a direct to Varka, but it was already drawn. All I had to do is just hit the nav, autopilot nav, and it would have gone. So, something to think about. We're all learning. Yep. No experts here. Just learning. Okay. But we're at our 59th hour. Just crossed over 59th hour on the left engine buster. How about that? 58.8 on the right engine. So maybe we got to taxi back, turning this left engine off. Got to remember that. Once we land, turn that left engine off. Just use the right. Try to equalize this at some point. So I'm wondering if we can equalize. Will there be much of an opportunity here? Probably not. Probably not. So we'll definitely be stopping. Yeah. There's not enough time. I mean, think about it. What is it? Every 0.1 is 6 minutes. So we're gonna need pretty long taxiway, taxi back, if you will. And I certainly don't want to be on an active runway with one engine off. So probably not a good candidate for one engine taxi back, one engine taxi to parking. So, ooh, car park, domestic terminal, apron 1. Where's apron 2? All right, so we're getting off at Alpha because we're getting off at Alpha. Hopper, it's in the hopper. We debriefed our approach. We're 14 minutes away from Santa Clara. Let's see if we have any. Let's look out the window. How are we doing? Pretty flat here, huh? Some mountains over there. A little bit of fog. A little bit of fog coming ahead, not line. That's interesting. What do we have here? There's a big runway right there, boy. UCF. I didn't know University of Central Florida had a campus over here. Just kidding. Alright, go Knights, right? Yeah, got plenty of choices. Definitely. Would definitely go over. What is that? Knock this out. Santiago, is it? No. Oh, Cienfuegos. Cienfuegos. Yeah, that's where we definitely would go. And Santa Clara's got an airport. Yep, Santa Maria International. Okay. Good. Bueno. How things looking on Vatsim? Let's see if we can pull it up. Here we go. Here we are. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Here's we are. Going right into here. We got Orlando International. Looks like the train is going to where? The train over here is going to Puerto Plata, the Dominican Republic, one of the 7 airports. Yes, one of the 7 airports. And then we have just a cluster going on here at Nassau. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Enough with somewhere. Well, we got 060, 040, we got 47 and 39 in this sector. Down here, I bet you it's a lot more. No, not really. 40, 45, 54. Okay. What am I looking at? I'm looking at these things. Just to kind of see if there's any height issues. The MEA is the minimum en route altitude. Alright, so we're on a 254 radial. Let's put in the radial in the back down here, 252. And let's put in Santa Clara. Bam. There's the radial. So the radial, put the radial down here. Bam, we're bearing to it right now. And so if we just wanted to fly old school, this is how we do it. That would get us to Santa Clara. And then we would fly from Santa Clara on a we know it's a 2.6 radial. I'm not seeing what it is. It's probably 2.6. You can see it's almost pointed directly, and that's 2.6. Well, let's see. We got the rows here. So that would be 090. So this would be so if we were wanting to jump on the radial of 060, excuse me, radial of 24, yeah, we'd have to bear right. If we wanted to come in on the 290 radial, bear left. To get there, we'll get over. Approach. We want to approach Santa Clara from the 290 radial. Yes, we have to bear left. Okay. Let's put us back. Enough with the old school. What's our message? Ooh, approaching VNAV profile. There we are. Exciting, Buster. We're actually going to be let's get the weather at Santa Clara. How about that? That might be a good proxy for us. MUSC. Sierra Charlie. Oh, I have it. 130 at 08. Okay, so it's basically coming out of the southeast, so we're still good to go to land at 09, runway 09. Scattered at 7,000. Yeah, scattered at 7,000. Looks a little bit more than that. Looks like overcast at 7,000. And QNH is 1016. Beginner descent, Buster. 600 feet to catch up a little bit. 016. So at 3,000 feet, we need to go to 30.00. So reduce our power. Let's try to put to 17 if we can. That's scattered at 7,000. Kind of looks overcast. Let's see. There's some storms in the distance. Some storm out there. See that buildup out there on the horizon? Well, there's the airport. Mike Uniform Sierra Charlie. Santa Maria International, Santa Clara. We're descending. Let's do our descent checklist. I know we need to get the car heat on. I know it doesn't work. Altimeters are set, fuel selectors on, cow flaps are still closed. Yes, we want to freeze things out. Carburetor heat on, landing light. No, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait on the landing light. Figure 125. So now we're 40 minutes into our flight. We're over Santa Clara. Well, not quite. 10 miles out from Santa Clara. Let's wait. So we have an Airbus 350 going into Key West. Should be crossing in front of us. Do we see any contrails? Is there a flight level 380? No. No contrails. Let's see if we can see any of that. I don't see any storms on the horizon. Simaware, I've got the weather pumping on Simaware. I do see storms off the right one. I don't see nothing off the right one. Let's check the terrain. Yeah. Nothing. Terrain right here. Let's go ahead and dial us back to 500 foot per minute. Our inches keep growing here as we descend. 4.2 miles away from Santa Clara. Away. So that's definitely going to put us in at 40 minutes. 40 minutes to Santa Clara, so we can see from time and fuel. Waypoint until, well, here it is. We're at 30 seconds to go. 0.1 miles. Not sure what this is doing. Why not? I don't get it. 80 minutes. Okay. Here we go. Alright, so we're definitely at 40 minutes, a little bit extra. Let's look at our... Santa Clara, we needed to be there in 54 minutes. So we're probably, just call it 52. No, 40. I'd say 43. So we're 11 minutes ahead of schedule. 11 minutes ahead of schedule. We're supposed to be at 533 pounds of fuel, and we're at 550. Wow, man, we're 19 pounds. Good. Okay, we made a little turn on our way to Alper, so let's go ahead and change our heading bug, because that bugs me by not having that done. And we're gonna track out on the 084 radial. Tracking out on the 040 radial. On that 153 in the ground speed. So it's gone down significantly. Did flight planning have that in consideration? It did. And it has a minus. Well, we're not minus. I mean, we're indicating 139, and we're going across the ground 153. Keep dropping our power to 17. So remember, Buster, once we get to 5,000, we'll go ahead and give us full rich mixture. We'll richen up our mixture. And let's 3,000. We need to transition to away from standard pressure to 3.00. Which is pretty important because it's quite a differential right now. You can see. So we're gonna go quite a bit. It's gonna result in quite a bit of an altitude difference. So particularly when we're flying the RNAV. Location will be up here, kind of up there. Pretty cool. So get our RMP loaded. right from the airport, right from runway threshold. Good to know. Las Brujas traffic, right? Las Brujas. Okay, we know what it's called. We're ready to go. We'll be underground in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Looks like the conditions are going to be pretty good. Not seeing much haze or fog. It's massive agricultural land. I wonder if it's all sugar, who knows. Massive. Look at that. Look at all that agriculture. Got smaller plots down there. Massive. Baseball field. Wasn't that? It's got like a little. Look at that. A little baseball field. So little. Cool. It's an interesting feature right there. Alright, let's get back in the cockpit, see where we're at. Okay, 5,000 feet. Let's start putting our mixtures up. Our mixture. Alright, we're 30 miles away from the runway threshold. How are we looking? 435. We'll keep it at 500. We're going to 1,500 feet to Alper. So we got another 3,500 feet to go. So we'll be at 3,500. So we got to go 2,000 more feet. And it's going to take a while. It's going to take long. 4,500. No, 3,000. So we're at 4,500 feet. We need to go to 1,500 feet, which is 3,000 feet. 500 foot a minute. So that's 6 minutes. So we'll be there. Should be at our 1,500 feet about a minute before Alper. Okay, that's how we do that. Just keep dialing back. Manifold. Inches. Las Brujas. How far are we? 25. Do it when we get to 4,000 feet. Las Brujas traffic, Seminole 806 Alpha Mike is 25 miles to the west, descending through 4,000 feet, inbound for the RNAV 09, full stop, Las Brujas. checklist. Seatbelts fastened, fuel selectors on, mixtures now. Be full rich. Good. Number 3000, we go to a different standard. Fuel pumps on. Landing light on. Okay, those are before landing checklist. Set up. So what is the altitude of this runway? Okay, it's basically sea level. How long was this flight? Oh, I'll do that later. 10 miles to Alpert. Like it's underwater. Looks like it like stops right there. I'm hoping that's not a bridge. But that doesn't look too promising. Okay, back to the cockpit. Where are we? Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this, mister. Ooh. Okay, no. 2,500 feet. Alright, let's go ahead and set our pressure. 3.00. 2.5 minutes to Alpert. Don't see the runway yet. Pretty low on it. Probably going to be over here. 5 miles away, probably right here. Yep, there we go. We're showing up already. Miles out will be level. 989. Good. Approaching target. 12 miles from the threshold. Let's keep it down, Buster. To Alpert. threshold. Las Bruces traffic, Seminole 6 Alpha Mike is at 1,500 feet, 10 miles to the west, inbound for the RNAV runway 09er. Las Bruces. Okay, here we go. So we got LNAV, VNAV, so let's arm the approach. We have our glide path set up in the window, so it's armed. Not active yet. We're at a 1.25 above. Below, I should say. Glide path is a 1.25 above. Alright, 7 miles out, we said we were gonna do our gear down before landing checklist. It's okay, that's just a gear warning light. Gear warning horn, I mean. Let's go ahead and put it down now. Gear is coming down. We're 7 miles out. We have 3 green. 1 in the mirror, kind of. Now looking up, Buster. Where's the runway heading? It's 095. Okay. Let's do 10 degrees of flaps. We're at 15. Let's hold it at 15. We're going to start our descent any minute now. You can see us here. Glide path is just a 0.5 dot above. We're geared down. Let's do gear down before landing checklist. Gear 3 green. Fuel selectors are on. Flaps, yep, we got 15 in, or 10 in. Mixtures are rich. Props are now full high. Fuel pumps are on. We're good. Gear down before landing checklist is complete. Oop, don't peek, Buster. Let's get a little more power going. I don't like our airspeed. Glide path is captured. So now that we have LNAV, VNAV, we know that we have a decision altitude, and that decision altitude is 260. Let's drop our power. Let's go out to 25 degrees of flaps. We're going to 260. We will look up at 260. And if we don't have it, it's climb on the track. So we'll get the, keep climbing. We'll climb out to 1,000 feet. No, missed approach point. We do it right away. So we get to 260. So we'll be climbing out to 1,000, then turn left. So we're going to track at 095 to 1,000 feet. So we'll climb to 1,000 feet. Go around, flaps, full power, 1 notch of flaps, climb, gear up, carb heat, cowl, and then once we get to 1,000, we'll probably have to hit the sus button and go back to nav if we're not already on it. Above. Flaps are down. We have green we're stable. Everything's looking stable. Good. We're climbing to 1,000 feet. Okay, we're 250 above our decision altitude. We are 100 above our decision, no, 200 above our decision altitude. 150 above. 100 above. 40 above. Decision altitude. There it is, my airplane. We're continuing to land. 3 green. Yes, sir. We're good. Slight crosswind from the right. Feel it, but we're good. Wheel first, hopefully. That's what we were attempting to do. Full flaps, or flaps retract. It's good. Wow, big runway. Ah, there's fuel. It's a bigger airport than I thought. Las Bruces traffic. 706 Alpha Mike has vacated runway 09er off of Alpha, taxiing to general aviation ramp. Las Bruces. Okay, let's clean up. Landing light off. Landing off. Go ahead and strobe for taxi. Fuel pumps off. Let's get the cow flap open. Let's go ahead and keep going. We're good. Let's go ahead and shut the left engine. Hit the mags. Good. Alright, let's go ahead and let's taxi over here and then come back around. Alright, we were down at 30 after. Las Bruces. Okay. I'm thinking that this is a ski jump out here. What do you guys think? It's the only thing I can think of. It's like a ski jump park. Check this out. Windsurfing? Looks like, yeah. Not sure what's going on over there. Looks like a road. Or, yeah, looks like a road that happens to be underwater at times and not underwater. Interesting. Go ahead and park over here. Bruces. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and set our parking brake. Let's go ahead and turn on the radios. Good. Let's go ahead and get the mags off. Let's turn our lights off. Good. Let's get the battery off. Let's get our alternators off. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go ahead and let's get the door open for Buster. There you go, Buster. All right. We are at Las Bruces. Pretty interesting place to come. Have some very interesting bridges in the background, or a road that's underwater. So big runway here with fuel. So anyway, pretty happy about that. Thanks for joining us, guys, on our trip across Cuba. Next stop, it's going to be a lot of fun. We are going to go, let me pull up the map. MUCL is the, it's Congo Town. Mike Yankee Alpha Kilo. Mike Yankee Alpha Kilo on Andros Island. Yep, getting back into the Bahamas. So that will be quite a bit of a flight over water. So we have our handy dandy life raft. So we'll talk a little bit about our life raft and all that good stuff. So anyway, guys, it's been real. Until next time, clear skies and warm tailwinds.